What's good, Binkster Mafia? It's your girl Binkster back at it again with another video. Now today's video is really going to answer a lot of people's questions. A lot of people who support me and they don't get to talk to me or ask me the questions that they want to ask me. So as you can see by the title, today I'm going to be talking about how I started my first business at the age of 18. A lot of people ask me, like, was it hard? Was it this? Was it that? I'm going to answer all those questions. I'm going to get into depth about certain questions that people may ask me and things like that. So the first question is, obviously, they asked me, like, well, how old were you when you first started your business or when you first opened up this and da-da-da-da? I was 18 years old. It was like a couple months after I graduated high school. I wasn't sure, like, what I wanted to do. I always was sure, like, I wanted to do real estate. But me opening a business, if somebody would have told me, like, years back that I would be opening a business, I would probably think they were lying, because this how it came about. It was just so, it was a blessing at the time, and I've been sticking with it. So first of all, let's just talk the money aspect of it. Everybody, like, how much did you pay? How did you get the money and things like that? If you knew me ever since I was young, you knew that I was a go-getter. You knew that I was a hustler. You knew that I would just do anything to get money. But what y'all didn't know is that I'm cheap to myself. I would never spend any of my money, whether or not I had help with it or not. I just would never spend any of my money. One important thing that you should do is save. Like, if you don't save, it's going to be hard for you to open up a business. Like, with me, I bought my restaurant cash. It was hard for me to even think about wanting to go get a loan or things like that. Don't get me wrong, getting a loan is not a bad thing. You know what I'm saying? It can be a smart thing. It can be a gift and a curse. But for me, I just did not want to go get a loan, and I actually did pay cash for my business and everything that came with it. I paid cash for it because with an entrepreneur mindset, sometimes owing individuals means that you have people on your back, and they bugging you and things like that. So if you can just get it out the way and deal with anything that you have to deal with, that'll be the greatest part about any and everything. So that's what I did. I paid cash for my stuff because I didn't want to have to deal with anybody saying that I owed them. And I actually did the same thing with my car as well. I want to start off by saying, like, when I first got this restaurant, it was hard for me to grasp the fact, like, this is something that's like a stepping stone for you and your family. Like, this is, like, it's something that you have to be in it for a while in order for it to grow, because I was so used to instant gratification. I was so used to just working and then getting a paycheck and things like that. It was like, when I first started, it was like we were making money, but it was like I was benefited from everything, but it was just like, dang, when I'm gonna be rich, when I'm gonna go take trips and stuff like that. So that's what I'm thinking in my head. When I feel like, as me being young-minded, I feel like, oh, I'm gonna be rich because I own a business and things like that. It didn't work like that. I had to put in work in order to get where I'm at now. I had to put in sleepless nights. You know what I'm saying? I get tired, work, no days off and things like that. So that's the only thing that I would have to tell, like, the young supporters who's watching me and things like that. Like, it's hard. It's kind of hard. You have to want it. You have to want to give up going out and having fun with your friends. You have to give up wanting to go certain places and do certain things to tend to your business. So if you want to be a young entrepreneur, you should basically just prepare yourself to be committed to just that one thing. And don't let anybody else tell you, like, oh, even some people can be committed to more than one thing. But for me, it was just like, I want to put my all into this so I can get everything that I can out of it. That's what I did. A lot of people say, what are some of the challenges that I faced? It's like it's certain things. It's not even big challenges. It's like you have to deal with certain things. Like at the beginning, when I first opened this, it was like, how do I get these people in here? How do I get them to like my product? How do I get them to just keep coming all the time? All the time, there's some people right there. How do I get them to keep coming all the time and keep coming in and liking my food and things like that? And once I kind of mastered that and started doing marketing tools and like using my social media platform to get everybody to come in here and everybody to start trying my food, then it was like up from there. You know what I'm saying? And I used to tell my teachers, like, you know, I had a couple, ever since I graduated, I had a couple teachers come in here. They liked our food and things like that. Some of my friends come in here to eat. And it's just like now it's to the point to where I have regulars. It's to the point to where I'm ready to, you know, I have successful days. But with a restaurant, sometimes we have slow days and we have good days and bad days. But what you have to understand is if you're looking to open a restaurant, nothing is ever going to be perfect. You have to have tough skin. You have to understand that. Hey, why is the police all the way over here? All the police over here. You have to have tough skin. You have to be able to take constructive criticism. It's just so much stuff that you have to do. And not only just owning a restaurant with other businesses, you have to just be focused. Like, you also have, one important thing is budgeting. You have to have budget. You can't just spend all your money and things like that. You have to have money to buy your product. You have to have money to put in a savings. You have to start doing so many things in order to become successful when, you know, doing a business. This lady staring at me. You have to have so many things that you have instilled into your brain. And what I had to realize was, this is your business. Nobody's obligated to help you or anything. You have to, whether or not you have help, you're still supposed to do what you have to do in order to make ends meet for you. A lot of people ask me, like, do I see myself doing this, you know, for however many years? I actually do. Currently, I'm working towards my, you know, doing real estate and things like that. But I plan on keeping this open while I, you know, do real estate and, you know, be an entrepreneur and work in real estate and sell homes and houses and things like that and do more things. You know, more than one income is better than none. And I just feel like me securing the bag in different places. And then a lot of people ask me, like, how are you gonna do real estate, YouTube? And it's easy. Just like I said, more than one income is better than none. So that's just really what it is. And then a lot of people usually ask me, like, what does it take to own a business and be successful? You just have to be dedicated. You have to be humble. You have to understand that nothing is going to come to you just like this. It's not just going to come to you. You have to work hard for it. You have to be grounded, and you have to, you know, you just got to get it out the mud, basically. You got to get out the mud and you have to work for it. You have to be prepared at all times. That's one thing that I had to teach myself, you know what I'm saying? Be prepared at all times. Even though sometimes I'm slipping, I can easily say that I'm still proud of myself on the things that I do when it comes to me being an entrepreneur and me working and owning my business and things like that. Because if it wasn't for me being dedicated and me being and pushing myself even when I just feel like giving up, then, and also having a strong mindset or a strong mental, I probably would have given up. I probably would have just said, I want to go work for somebody else, but that wasn't the case. And here's another question. A lot of people ask me, like, what made you want to be an entrepreneur? If y'all wanted me to keep it real, I'm just not good at listening to other people. Well, I'm good at listening to other people, but it's like taking orders from other people and having somebody else over me who's like, you know, who's really equal to me, and they're just trying to do too much. I have a problem with that. I had a problem with that in a couple of my previous jobs. And I'm a great worker. And sometimes, like, when you're a great worker, you kind of pat yourself on the back with your work ethic, but it's like, you know what you deserve. And you can't put an entrepreneur path in front of somebody who doesn't want it because they'll just throw it down the drain. But me, I'm always hungry for it. I'm always gonna, keep grinding and things like that. And even when things don't go my way, I may get down or something like that, but I'm still gonna be positive. I'm still gonna push for it and just hope for better days. But with me being 20 and me starting my business when I was 18, all I've seen so far is growth. That's all I've seen so far is growth, and I'm kind of happy. Like I'm really happy with myself. I'm really happy with the progress that I've made, and things like that. Sometimes I do get frustrated. Like I feel like I should be rich already, but sometimes it doesn't work like that. But bottom line is, if you're watching this and you're a kid and you don't know what you want to do when you're 16, 17 years old, you close to that time when you getting ready to graduate high school, look into real estate. They don't tell you about entrepreneurship. They don't tell you about none of that. They tell you to go to college. They tell you to get a degree and go work for somebody. I'm gonna tell you this. Do what you want to do. Look up different careers where you don't have to go to college, because real estate, you can make so much money. You can make more than a doctor doing real estate, and all you had to do is go take a 40-hour course and pass the state test. That's all you have to do, and you have to be grounded with that too. So it's so many different careers out there where you can make up to 6 figures and make so much money, 7 figures, and you ain't even got to go to school. You don't got to go to school. You can be certified in something. You can do YouTube and not even have to go to school, but you just have to be grounded and do something. You just have to. What I should say is, don't let no ACT scores, SAT scores define who you're going to be in the future. Look up something that you really want to do. If you want to be an entrepreneur, look up something that you really want to do. Work towards it. If you have a job, start saving so you can purchase you a business, a building or something like that. Just start saving, because it's not hard, y'all. A lot of people think about, they ask how much money is a building, or how much did your business start. As soon as I throw out a number, they get discouraged. That's why I don't tell people how much I pay for my business or how much I make, because a lot of people get discouraged and feel like, oh, that's too much, or I can't do that, I'm an average person. But little do y'all know, if you put your mind to it, if you put your mind to anything that you want to do, you can do it. Literally. That's just with anybody. It's all up to you and your future on what you want to do. So make sure you guys stay focused. If you have something in mind that you want to do, go do it and work towards it, and set goals. Set goals now, set goals for 10 years later, set goals for 5 years later, set goals for 2 years later, and make sure you just get to knocking them out. And once you